Hello boys, Cool Yoshi here, and welcome back to my blind playthrough of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for the Nintendo Switch. In the last episode, we did some stuff and going through a lot of items to try and attain some crazy things, and that we did, until eventually, we went on a hunt to collect as many secret seashells as possible. So, in the last video, we did our cover dungeon, we did a little bit of fishing, and a couple of our stuff, but all we care about now is that I've gotten enough. I just checked. We have enough to get the Kololint sword, so we're gonna go to the Seashell mansion really quickly and obtain our free upgraded sword, which is, gonna make the entire game essentially a cakewalk from here once you get it. This is what I was trying to get from before, but now we can actually get it. And because we have so many, we'll go straight up 2 levels, and that means 2 spots will spawn together. So, anyways, we activate both of these, each one at a time. So we get this, and then we open that, which gives us another chamber stone. And the second one gives us our sword. Raise your sword overhead. I shall grant you new power. And yeah, lightning kind of gets infused into our sword and it becomes the Kololint sword. You should put your name on it right away, by the way. Well, I don't know. I don't know if Link cares enough about that. But anyways, this sword is pretty similar to the Master Sword in that it gives us a beam attack as well as a couple of other stuff. It pretty much makes the entire game pretty easy compared to other stuff. Now, before we do anything else, there is one thing I want to check as well. There's a little secret area you could go down to the right. Like a little unexplored spot on the map you straight up can't get to until later. So for that, we need the hook shot to get to all the stuff. So we're gonna use the hook shot to go all the way over here. And we find this weird map thing. But before we do anything else, we're gonna start by killing all of the jerk enemies. Yes, that includes these guys too. Alright, and then from there we're going to start, and we basically have to talk to these signs in a linear order, and that will give us a hidden location we can get, which is actually required for a storyline progression, so we need to do this. So it just says go this way, and you basically have to follow the right spot. And the spot they ask you to go is based off of where the sign is lined up, so whichever sign is to the right of that, that's where you have to go. We have to do that until eventually we find a secret cave, which will give us our final sign in this case. If you're having trouble checking the signs, make sure that when you go the way, you are also on the same line as the sign, just to make sure you read it correctly. Because a lot of you will probably get confused and be like, oh, we'll talk to this one. And they're like, oh, wait, no, I talked to it wrong. Then you have to do the entire thing again. Yes, if you mess up even once, you have to do the entire thing again. And some of these you have to talk to twice. Most of the problem is just memorizing where all of them are. And eventually, one of the texts will change from go this way to something else entirely. Great, you did it. Your reward is this way. And so, talk to all the signs in the correct manner. Any secret area opens up, just pops out of nowhere. And we go down in here to get a new Ocarina song. I'm Mambu, but I don't need to tell you that. Everyone knows me. Want to hang out and listen to us jam? For 300 rupees, we'll let you listen to a previously unreleased cut. What do you say? And we get to... So, we pay 300 rupees to get our final song of the game. Yeah. It's pretty fun, eh? We need this as part of one of our secrets in... So yeah, that's a cool thing. Unfortunately, we can't actually get all of the secret seashells after this, unfortunately, but it's still pretty cool. Now, we still need to do the leftward spot, and that's what we're going to do now. We're going to head to Mavi Village, and we can actually push this thing up. It doesn't budge an inch, it says. So that secret requires you to do level 6 to attain it, and that's where our progress kind of shows to a halt a little bit. Because we need that to go to the dungeon here, and here you can see, just like in all the other studs, if you accidentally ran into a nice enemy, that includes the cuckoos multiple times, or the fox, things will happen. And I don't even want to show you what happens when you hit multiple cuckoos in a row, so we'll just go through this game and do some fun stuff, because that's what I like. Of course, in case you didn't already know, we left off trying to collect a bunch of secret seashells, and we collected so many of them that we were able to get our new big sword, and now with this we can actually get through a lot of the major dungeons. So that means the game's probably going to turn into another linear mess again, because now that we finish this, the only thing we can really do now is just keep on going for secret seashells that we may have missed, and from there kind of just go on, and that's it. And most of the rest of them are actually available on the mountain. I believe there's a total of 7 of them up there, and we can't even get any later. So I think we straight up might already have all of them, but yeah. By the way, that grass hit, or getting over there, is very difficult. You need, I believe, a very precise movement to get there. I'm gonna go for this, because I do not believe we went for this cave previously. Well, there's a lot of more piece of hearts on the mountain in particular. Okay, where does this take us? Oh, this is a secret cave. I forgot if I already did this or not. We need the powder for this, though. We didn't... we already did it, okay. Okay, so we do have one upgrade we still need to find. But that's our other item, unfortunately. By the way, there's one secret seashell hidden in probably one of the nastiest spots ever. You have to play a song for that walrus again, and that's how he gives you that. It's kind of weird. Why they would make you do that, I don't know. But you can see there's an icon up here, which means we can play something with a walrus. I already tried the other 2 songs. They don't work, so I'm going to play this song, which was Marin's song, which he initially liked. And oh, yeah, that's what I was doing wrong. He thinks I'm Marilyn, but for a chat to him with that, yeah, you just get a secret seashell. Don't ask me why he does that. He just does that because he wants to do that. And we already got all the secret seashells as part of the desert trip we did earlier, so I think we're actually kind of locked at this point. The only thing we can do now is go for all the dungeons, so we're essentially back to a linear order, except for the fact that I did miss one here. That's what I was thinking about. So with that in mind, I think we already got one of them on Death Mountain, but we didn't get all of them necessarily. Only a couple of them. So yeah, we found another secret seashell. We have almost all of these now. And yes, I did already get one of the other ones from another episode that was next to Martha's base, so I already got that. I will still check this one to the left to see if I got that one or not. Okay, no, we already got it. Okay, that's actually all the secret seashells we can get. So from here, we're kind of just going to ignore my thing for a while, because we're back into linear progression again, essentially. We need the face dungeon next, by the way, to continue on, but the face dungeon, we already have the key for, so with that in mind, we're probably just going to ignore all the other stuff, because I think we've collected enough to finish the game, so yeah. So now what we're going to do is do all of the dungeons and defeat them, just so that we can get our rewards from them. And we'll collect other stuff as we get nearby. And our final upgrade, the bow and arrows, cannot be collected until later. So we're basically back into the linear progression status of this game again. Only we are a lot more overpowered. We have a Kololint sword, the red mail, and the... I was about to say silver arrows. I mean, every spot. And yeah, we do have that key from earlier, so we can open that up. Which leads all the way to level 6. And that cave we can get later. But we'll also get another secret seashell part of this dungeon, so... Back into dungeons! Yay! It's actually pretty fun, because eventually we'll be doing more dungeons later. I forget where to go. I know right didn't seem to work for the last time, so we'll go left first. Oh yeah, right, we have these... Return of these trillion enemies. So yeah, you guessed it, these are the Wiz Robes. Same annoying enemies as before. The strategy I have for them is also the fastest. Use bomb on them on very specific timing, which is not that. Basically, as soon as you see our hat fall down, you want to use a bomb on them, and you can take them out really quickly. It's really slow otherwise to take them out. So we'll head to the top to get our first chest, which is just rupees, but that's fine. This is another dungeon I had trouble with at one point. We need pots to, like, some of those spots there. Oh, and I guess this one we could just press the spot here. There's our key, our secret staircase that we needed. A lot of these dungeons I took quite a while to do. So hopefully now that I have some more upgrades, they won't be as long. It's kind of mixed how you want to do some of the upgrades. The earliest you can get the first one is at level 2. After you clear level 2, you could get the mail upgrade, and for level 5, I think maybe the minimum requirements, because of all the hook shotting required in other spots, you probably want to do it at level 5, though I think you can get it as early as level 4, is how early you can get the Kololint sword. Other than that, though, there's nothing that can be really done for a while. Oh, wait a minute. This is the pot that was a trap. Whoops. Well, this might be a little bit different, because previously we didn't have the boomerang to get for this room. But we do this time, so maybe we can use that instead. Okay, except its range is not high enough. Okay, well, we could stun and kill these guys. Boomerang's pretty good, as you can see. It stuns most enemies instantly. Okay, well, I have to use a bomb check to get for this early. There we go. Little secret. There's our beak. So I am still actually going the correct way. I just didn't have the right switch to open it for a while. And yes, bombs don't reach far enough, and you can't get the air spot on the right immediately after that. There's our compass. That'll make it easier to go for the rooms, because if we don't want to deal with enemies, we could just skip them completely. Okay, now we go for the top part. Alright, I did this correct. Okay, got the quick kill done. You can see how cool it is to just place a bomb and do other stuff. Of course, if you were playing the Link to the Past version, the kill would be much more cooler, because there's a strategy where you use the Canis and Maria to put out some blocks, and then you use one shot in such a way that it literally hits all 4 of the Wiz Robes simultaneously and immediately takes them out, which is a really cool strategy. Okay, so that reveals that there is a chest in here, but it's not a key. Okay, I have to reset this. Right as their heads start to disappear is when you want to hit the button to get the thing done. It's kind of slow, but it's faster, in my opinion, than doing boomer because it could take even longer at that point. And yes, most of the rooms are blocked by not having the ability to do other stuff. Okay, I am gonna grab this piece of power. I was just waiting until after we have finished that. Of course, it has to be back to blue again. That's why I cannot. I think that's the second time that I've wasted the full piece of power and not actually gotten the full use out of it. I forget what that hour room was, but all I know is that I have to head back to the right next. Yes, I believe you do have to go all the way over here just to attain the key so that you can come back to this room and obtain a second one later. And time for the cool strategy. Tired of dealing with these blocks? Well, if you just mash B in this corner, they will usually never hurt you, or very rarely. They break almost immediately, and you can even break them before they even come up, so It makes this room kind of skill-based because you have to use that to do stuff. So we can't go there yet, but we can go up, which will eventually lead us to our secret item. But not yet. We still have to get more stuff done. So with that in mind, let's use our bomb here to blow open this wall and get into another mini-boss battle, which is kind of a weird seal thing that we have to take up his ball and throw Owen to him multiple times, and after 4 hits he's defeated. Nothing really different there. Still have quite a bit of life, so I'm going to ignore the fairy for now. And here's where we get stuck. We need the power throw bracelet item to go any further. And we need it to go further here. And this is where my knowledge kind of just goes down the drain. I actually kind of forgot what to do here after that. I'm kind of just gonna follow a linear path from now on, from the far right, and see if I can get to it. So that area is automatically blocked. And there's a staircase from the right, so I think that's where the powerful blazer will actually be. I can't do more than 90% of that because the only strategies I do know how to do just lead to another trap, so how am I supposed to know where to go? So while I figure that out, I'm gonna go here just to remember where the staircase is. Sometimes you just have to go somewhere. Oh, I see now. Never mind, it's not that bad. I remember I was stopped because I have to hit the switch to turn it to blue. So, with that in mind, we have to do the bomb trick and head back into this room to actually get the item that we want. That's where I was blocked off. So with that in mind, let's do the bomb trick again. Kill you. Use the bomb to hit the switch. Nice trick there. And then head back through the room. We probably should have done this first. But how was I supposed to know that I had to hit that blue? Nobody would have figured that out right away. They would have had to see the switches first. But anyways, they're now not blue anymore, so I can go over here to do some stuff and barely did that one in time. Then I believe this just will give us our item. There it is, the powerful bracelet. So now we can actually lift stuff that's a little bit different, including the elephants and the other items, and that item will contain a fairy as well. We have a second bottle that we may as well fill up, I guess. I'm gonna put this on. And back into the one-way door, and this time we can use a little trick to get in here. And some more rupees there. There's still more to come, so we'll be able to buy our last item easily if this continues on. And yes, I am going to be showing you guys how to attain all the chests. I can maybe get this properly. There we go. Quicker strategy of the one that I was trying to do earlier. Jeez. Yeah. So yeah, not really much to say here. Kind of stuck in a linear pathing here until we can finish this off a little bit. Also, we can use sword beams to hit the barrier as well, which is really cool. Using really nothing but your sword to hit the barriers is a really cool way of opening them. Okay, this is probably one of the chilliest rooms. If you throw them just randomly, they won't land on the spot. You have to throw it so that they land in one of their squares to the right. And then when you do that, you can actually get your out of that room. That's how you deal with the chess piece. But anyways, heading up here, which is required for some spots, we get a secret seashell. So that's the first of the 2 hidden secret seashells, other than the level 1 one. The last hidden one is in level 7, which is where we'll finally be able to collect all 50 and finish off that. Again, we can use our beams to hit these, which is kind of cool. Of course, that means a lot of the strategy will rely on hitting those, otherwise things will happen, and also that's it. So, hang on. This is where I want to use Mambo's son, or whatever. I forget what his name is. Kind of weird, but the fish Sean, essentially. To work back to the dungeon, then take this blue orb to head further into the dungeon, skipping a few rooms and allowing us to head straight to the up top spot where we can take another secret staircase to finally get over this spot. And we have a one-way door as well, so we can't go back through that until later. I will say this red mail definitely makes stuff a lot easier. Without it, the game could be a little bit more difficult. Again, using the corner stats here, literally just going into the lane and waiting for all of them to come at you, and this will deal with most of the blocks. Some of them will still occasionally hit you, but they thankfully won't really do much, let's be honest. And, well, corner rock up here. Remove this first, because why not? And we'll do this spot, which will lead to our secret room area here, which means time for this puzzle again. We have to bounce them off the side so that it bounces off to the right. If you try and throw it at it directly, it'll never go in. It's kind of weird like that. And, okay, I need to actually figure out what this is, so we're gonna go here next. Which I set up doesn't really allow me to get past all these guys right away, which is kind of unfortunate. And forced arrow. Too bad there's only 2 pots in the room, so you can only quick kill 2 of them. And back into this area again, where we have to use bombs on these guys. These are probably the chilliest bosses here. They're known as the Dongle Stakes, and they're the most annoying because you have to wait for them to do stuff. Obviously, the sooner you bomb them, the better. And the most annoying thing is they won't actually eat for a long time until a few nights after they use their stuff. So it can get a while, and it gets really annoying when they... There we go, we got them. Pretty slow boss, probably the slowest of the mini bosses in the entire game there. And that last spot over there is kind of a weird trap spot, but we'll show you another secret trap spot. Oh wait, no, that, what am I kidding? That's not it. Okay, well, we need a key to go further, so we probably should have waited to go there. Now, these are the enemies that I talked about that get really annoying. The only way to avoid them is to jump over them using the wing. And that's not necessarily easy to do, considering you may be holding an item. So, yeah. Most annoying enemies in the game right there. And sometimes they can choose not to go into the spot regardless of what you do, which is kind of weird. So this room looks like it should be the same as the other room, but it's actually mirrored, so we actually have to throw it off this one to get it in. Which is kind of more obnoxious. I don't know why they did that, but yeah. And it's essentially a mirror of the same room we saw earlier, just a little bit harder to do. And, well, that takes care of our money problems, but doesn't necessarily take care of the fact that we still need a key to do that. And I think there's nothing else we can do here. We have to jump down the side area now. So now we don't have to pick up the pots at least. We can just break them normally on our own, which makes the movement a lot faster. Okay, we're gonna have to go down here, jump down, and here's our key finally. Here's the key we're looking for. And so here we go. Little spot to the right. Plot twice of our Wiz Robes. I'm gonna do a different strategy for this one. Okay, we could just use the Burroid to take them out instead, which is probably a little bit quicker. This is where the game gets a little bit confusing. And in case you're wondering, that spot to the right is not actually a proper chest. It's actually another bit of Tracy's secret medicine. That cannot be picked up because if we were to get that chest, we would just have it put back in our inventory. So because of that, it becomes essentially an unopenable chest until we die again, which we don't want to wait for, so I guess the cool thing about that is if for some reason you were to die in one of these spots and get revived by Tracy's original medicine, you can just pick up one of those chests and get it back immediately, which is one of those, it's probably going to be more useful in hero mode than in normal mode because then it gives you more stuff to do. Okay, I think that's actually all we have to do, so now we have to go to the top chest on the right that we were previously going to go to before that we didn't get a chance to go to. That one will obtain the Nightmare Key. And also, I think I know what this thing is for, if I'm correct. Okay, no. It's not a pot opening one, unfortunately. Actually, this is where we have to go to the boss at some point. Okay, this doesn't look good. There's no chest in this area and nothing near the spot. That means we've gone the wrong way. We have to find the right staircase to go there again. So now it's about making our way back for the loop, only this time we have to attain the right chest this time. Get our sword beams back. Yeah, back for this again. Okay, that's much better. Okay, this is where we have to go this time. Thankfully, you don't have to kill those pulse voices again. Which saves a little bit of stress. Yeah, it's very easy to get stuck in a lot of these dungeons. And also, we have to open this one with a pot for some reason. Because it just won't open otherwise. So now we can finally go to Nightmare's Lair. And, I forget. I don't like the way to Nightmare, so we're gonna warp back to start and warp back to the side, which will skip us all the way to the next room again. It is possible to warp before this. You could do that by literally collecting an item and then immediately loading your save after collecting it, because the game is really nice about saving. And then you can just warp to the start whenever you want to go to a specific spot more quickly, and since this spot is required as part of our thing, we're going to go for that again. And there's that thing that I did, and accidentally doing a screenshot instead of what I want to do is just play the game. This one I think I could straight up just knock him off into the wall there. Save a little bit of time. And there we go. See, I made a good decision doing that. And now we are gonna face off against the level 6 boss, which is kind of weird. You can only defeat him using bombs, which is kind of unfortunate. Hey, Debbie, do I hit? My weak point is nothing. Sort of. Kind of weird, boss. I'll kind of show you what you do if you try and do other stuff. Oh gosh. So yeah, it's a pretty weird and kind of boring fight. He just throws the blocks at you, and then once he's throwing the full blocks at you, he just makes the 4 disappear, and that's it. You just bomb him 5 times and win. Okay, listen up. If the wind face breaks, everything on this island will be gone forever. And I do mean everything. Which is obviously a lie, because it comes from a bad guy. Why would that be true? Alright. We get our container from that. Got the coral triangle. Nice. That's our 6th instrument. So now we're going for all the instruments. A few more later and we'll be done with all that and all the seashells, which will give us a final item later. Mountain, it says. Something calls from the mountains. Alright. So now we have to go to the Tall Town Mountain, is what it's basically telling us to do. And we get our owl friend again. Any monsters of this island fear that the windfish is about to awaken. The monster's power is real. They may conquer the island and destroy the forms. That day may come soon. Now go to the mountain. Fly out and fly like a bird. It says. Hello? I'll try and do that as soon as I can get to that area. As if the enemies don't stop blocking me, I might not get to it. Oh yeah, the Great Fairy. By By the way, the Great Fairy and Marin specifically, if you steal an item from the shop, they will call you a thief instead of what your actual proper name is. Just as a more of an annoyance for stealing an item. But yeah. We won't be showing that off though, because I need to be a kind character, because in order to get the good ending, you can't do any of that. So we have to buy all the items legit. And it would be kind of silly to not buy all the items legit as part of the playthrough anyway, so... The mountains will have our last two instruments, so it won't actually take that long to get to them. The problem is we have to do those dungeons in order to attain it. And starting here, the dungeons get a lot more difficult. Things start doing more than 1 hearts of damage, and even with red mail, you still take a decent amount of damage, so we have to be a little bit more careful this time. So, back up to this area, and we'll see... Oh, your path is not easy, but you're almost there. Go east. The windfish is getting restless, huh? Now, we went up here as part of the quest, but now we have to... Side quest, but now we have to go back here normally. Of course, with the Kololint sword, it's gonna be a lot easier. I believe I did not have this for dungeon, or 6. Oh yeah, and that's right, we can do some of the secrets here now. We're skipping a lot of the secrets on the mountain in particular because there's a lot of stuff blocked by the hook shot. So, that's why we're going to get all the chests now while we're at it. This motor could be pushed to go to the next spot, by the way. So yeah, we'll be using a hook shot pretty much everywhere to do that, but that's still not the end of our troubles at the mountain. We'll start by finding this little secret over here, which you probably don't know about. Yeah, there's a little secret seashell kind of just hidden in here. You do that, and you collect it, and that's it. Pretty crazy. Now, before we can do anything, we can't actually go for the full loop that we're wanting to do. We actually have to go east and west instead of east, because there's a specific thing we have to attain there before we can even do anything. I forget which cave it's in, but for sure we have to go up one of these spots and... Oh, that's another spot of the secret seashell, but it requires a bomb and a higher vantage point, so we'll have to get up there a little bit later. And we are not going to go east until we're absolutely ready to do this, because we need an item from a different cave first. Also, speaking of which, I actually went here a little too early, so I won't be able to do it at the right spot. Whoops. Well, I guess we're going to waste some time doing a little trip over here. Get some secret seashells while we're at it, and if we get to 49 while we're here, then that means we are essentially done with this. Yes, I used the map, by the way, to collect all these. And here's a secret staircase that'll take us over to the left part of Tall Mountain. And a little secret over here. This is probably one of the trickier bomb hole spots to find. I actually didn't find this in my regular run either. But you bomb here and you head to the right. And over there, there's where your piece of heart was lying. Don't have enough for an extra heart yet, though, so... Yeah, we still need 12 of these, so there's still quite a bit that we're missing. Either that or one full heart container in addition to 8 pieces of heart. Keep in mind the last one might just be hidden as part of the final boss, so maybe I'll just get it there. It depends. And the last secret is hidden in this spot, which we have not gone to yet. If I could get up there, yep. Here's the secret seashell hidden in this spot. Nice. And then there will be a piece of art over here in addition to some rupees in his chest, I think. Yeah, rupees. Called it. Called it. Okay, to get any further, we need the mirror shield from level 7 to attain this item. Yeah, it is the mirror shield, by the way. Alright. Okay, so I actually forgot to pick up a song from one of the other spots, which was blocked until I got the powerful bracelet for level 6. So that's what I'm going to do now. We're going to head down here and have this secret, and that's going to allow us to actually continue on with the game. And we'll see here. We actually have 48. That's nice. So that means the only one I should be missing is on the right side that I purposely avoided. So if we get that, and then one more in the actual level, which is equals tower in this case, we will have all 50 secret seashells, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. From there, I'll probably just set it up so all the piece of hearts are ready. And then all the chamber stones after that. Anyways, we actually have to use the frog sauna soul here. And this will revive this character. It's just kind of weird. And doing that gives us a rooster as Oster, which is now recovered. So now we have a little rooster buddy following us around. That guy, as silly as it is, or I guess Fane or whatever, animal, is required to get the key of this area for Eagle's Tower. Is very obnoxious and is actually probably a nasty secret. In fact, when I was initially playing this, I did not recognize this for a long time, and it was really bad. It was only when I started looking for stuff via doing 100% that I finally found him. So I was actually stuck on this for quite a while when I was doing my practice attempts, as you might call them, I guess. But anyways, probably should have came with him earlier, but oh well. So we have to take the rooster all the way over there. While we have the rooster, we cannot go into the color dungeon, which is why we completed it in our last video a couple of videos ago, just to get it out of the way so we don't have to worry about that problem. But anyways, from here we can kind of just take the rooster wherever we want, and he'll leave us once we are able to get into and finish Eagle's Tower. Okay, now for the actual full secret. To get that, we have to go all the way over here to the right and pop into here. I think this is a spot I think I went to in a playthrough when I was trying to do a search and got blocked because of other stuff. That's kind of useless. But anyways, we have to go into here, push all these floaters off. And from there, we don't even need to do any more. We could just pick them up and fly here. And from there, we need the rooster, who apparently can fly infinitely, to fly across this cheat gap that we weren't able to get to before. And from there, we could take this key, which finally allows us to get the bird key, which is the only thing we need the booster for. And then by falling down this pit, we'll find out that this is not a normal pit, but a bit of teleportation. Now automatically teleport us to the last spot. So now if we wanted to, we can head all the way to the right. But first I want to go here because there's a secret seashell over to the right I can pick up, which I can't pick up until later. That I believe might be the one that I missed, but we'll see. Okay, we did not. Okay, we did. This is the one that we got already. Okay. So yeah, we kind of just have a rooster buddy now. He will stay with us as long as we are going for this spot up to the Eagle's Tower area, and then once we actually reach Eagle's Tower, we will lose him as an ally. And I guess there's also a spot down here you can pick up, maybe, that might have a secret seashell as well, but I forgot where that is, and also I don't want to actually do that, because, for one, it's already really annoying to get to begin with, and second, it might not actually be true anyway. Never know. But anyways, going to the far right leads us to the next spot that we have to go to, which is in this cave over here. This is the other secret cave that we weren't able to get into before. Okay, I'm gonna wait until I recover the warp to actually do anything further, just so I can go back to this zone a bit sooner. Gosh, same sound twice in a row there, right? It's like you don't want to do anything else. Yeah, that could happen sometimes. You just try and do the thing that you happen and the button doesn't press right. It's just kind of annoying. You can actually use the rooster arrow there as well. I chose not to do that because why the heck not. And here's a secret that will give us a warp pad that we can warp to later, which is what I was trying to go for. And a secret over to the right, which I believe will just take us to the left. Oh, wait, no. It's even worse here. It's just a fairy. That is more useful, of course, in hero mode, because your heart drops are limited in hero mode, so you have to go back there whenever you want to heal. So your heart gets really low eventually if you don't know how to avoid things properly. Okay, no bomble walls here. I'm gonna go here and open up this area, and then we'll fall down the area to go backwards until we can get to that secret, which I believe is where the secret seashell is that I missed, because it's down one of the areas somewhere else. If not, then I'll look around just to make sure I'm not missing something, because I may be missing something. But here I'll just show you, if you go down this spot, you fall down a little cave that lands you into this water hole area, which takes you all the way down the mountain, all the way to this little spot here. And this is a spot that I talked about, I think, at one point. Okay, well, I actually am going to check, because I do want to be at 49 before doing this, so I believe I have missed one. The one on the right, though. Not the one on the left. I might have actually missed a secret one on the night area while not knowing about it. So I'm going to go back to the area where we unlocked a zone for level 6 for now. Which will be at the Owl Village port mark. And we'll go back in there and see if we missed something in there. If we did, we'll get it. If we didn't miss it, then we'll just go back after that. Once we get to 49, though, we should have all the secret seashells. Actually, I may have missed one up top on that other area that I don't know about. Yep, this one we already did get. So I'm kind of contemplating wherever I should go to the one on the right or somewhere else. Once you're missing only a couple, that's where things get really annoying, because then it's like we're checking all the spots that you've checked again, and I'm like, which one did I miss? Which one did I forget to check? Because they don't tell you what numbers you picked up, so how are you supposed to know that? What, you supposed to get them in linear order and then avoid stuff later? Okay. Yeah, see, I thought I remember getting this one. This was part of my part where I did that. I'm just looking at this to make sure I'm checking stuff. Okay, there is one spot I am confused about right now. Other than that, all the other spots I think I have actually gotten, so I think the other one is actually up on the mountain, but on the top left corner that I completely forgot about. Sorry. It's taking a little while to check this. Let's go to Seashell Madsen and then head left to figure this out. You want to know the most annoying thing about this game, by the way, so far? It's not necessarily its difficulty, but the fact that, like some of the other Legend of Zelda games, I sometimes forget to heal, and that's never fun. Okay, I'm going the wrong way as well. Wow, I have to go all the way up here. Oh wait, no, that was this spot. Oh, jeez. Can I not? Oh wait, no, that was the skull spot. Okay, now I remember where that is. Frick. I'm still so confused though. Alright, I think we're done now. Now we just go for a linear progression. But before I do anything else, I am a little bit annoyed that I missed one of the spots on the left, so... I'm just gonna check to see which one is... No, okay, that one's from the right, and then... Oh wait, no, that one doesn't matter either. Alright, so I need access to level 7 and level 8 to get the last 2 secret cells, so I was actually wrong about one part. I thought it was 49, the stopping point, but it's actually 48, so yeah. Just as I thought. Back to linear progression. I was just doing that as a confirmed check because I hate when I miss one of these and have to go for the entire thing again. And I do not want to warp, please. Thank you. So yeah, the next video might be a little bit boring or not, maybe? I don't know. It depends on the way the things go, but... I guess while I wait, I'm gonna try and make sure I know where all the Piece of Hearts are. Beyond that, that's gonna be it. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.